Now in this video we will be doing the different types of bank. Now first and foremost comes the central bank. Now what is the role of the central bank? From the name you can understand central. Central means centralized control, the control with the topmost authority. So just if you compare real life, suppose father. Now father has control over all the children, suppose son 1, son 2, daughter 1, daughter 2. So all the children, they under the control of the father. Just in the same way, all the commercial banks, commercial bank 1, commercial bank 2, they all are under the control of central bank. So central bank is like father of the banking system. So they are like father of the entire banking system or monetary system. And what is their purpose? Father always controls the activity of the children. Similarly, central bank controls the activity of the bank. So it is the controller of the bank activity. It regulates the bank activity, and each country they have only one central bank, and in our case the central bank's name is RBI or Reserve Bank of India. There is only one bank there is only one central bank in every country. So father can only be one, but there can be many children or son or daughters. So similarly, central bank is one, but under that you have many commercial banks working under it. Now if you see, or if you have an idea, there are so many banks: State Bank of India, Union Bank of India, Punjab National Bank, then Union Bank, Allahabad Bank. So these are all commercial banks. There are many number of commercial banks, but the regulator of all the banks, who regulates the working or functioning of all the banks, is only one, that is the central bank, RBI. So what are commercial banks? Commercial banks are basically the players who play as bank or who act as bank. I told you three characteristics are present in the last video. That what are the activities? Accepting deposit, then giving it as loan, and then the savings money of the depositor is not locked, rather it can be withdrawn. So if these three functions are present, we call them as commercial banks. So they are the main banks engaged with the task of accepting deposit from the savers and passing out it to the borrowers in the economy. And in a way, they earn interest from the borrowers and pays only a part of it to the savers and makes money or profit in the process. And commercial banks, that is why they are known as having profit motive. They are there to make business or to earn money. Now coming to developmental banks. What are developmental banks? Now in country like India, we are on the path of developing. Slowly we are developing. So developing means when the occupation structure changes from agriculture towards industrialization. So primitive India was concentrated with only agriculture, and modern India should be such that it should have more number of industries. So it was seen that if any country is developing, then it slowly transforms from agricultural economy to industrial economy. That means earlier agriculture, farming was the main activity. Now industries, factory, service giving is the main activity. So if any country is developing, then it is in much need of finance or money. So in order to build up the industries, whether small or big, they need lot of money to buy the machineries for the factory, for engaging so many laborers, buying raw materials. So the development banks, they give loan to the industrial loan for, and since the loan amount is huge, the loan is given for a long period. Long period means you have many years time to return back the loan. So suppose medium to long term, like 10 to 20 years in between, you can return the loan. So developmental bank give loans for a medium to long term to the industries for bringing about development. Now going to agricultural banks. Now even if India is improving, but still we all are, population of India is also huge, we all are in need of food. Now food comes from agriculture, so a certain part of agriculture is also important, but the farmers are always without cash because they come from a very poor background. They cannot use the enhanced crops or the facilities that is going to increase the harvest, that is going to increase the crop and crop production and all those things like fertilizers, chemicals, which can prevent the crop failure or damage of crops, they cannot implement because of lack of finance. So these agricultural banks are there to provide loan to farmers at very subsidized rate. That means they are providing loan to farmers, the farmers have to pay an interest, but the interest is kept very low. So we can call this easy credit. When credit is given or loan is given at a very low cost, less interest is charged, which is known as easy credit. It is provided to the farmers so that they can bring modification in the agriculture without much stress. Because the interest is low, they can take loan and make some rectification in the agricultural process. Now we come to the last type, that is export-import bank. You know that in the modern world, the countries are open. Open means India has a link with many number of countries like USA, China. So there is export-import. Export-import means, suppose India is importing, means it takes the good from outside country, Bangladesh. India is exporting means it sells off domestic production outside the country. So what is happening over here? When India is importing any kind of good from Bangladesh, it has to make a monetary payment. Money payment will happen in rupees.